Train the muscles, not the joints.
Welcome back to Natural Galant Bodybuilding Mountain. And again, guys, sorry I haven't uploaded for this whole week, but that cold that I had kind of came back and I had a bad cough and couldn't train. Talking for more than 4 seconds at a time would erupt in a coughing fit and whatever. So I just couldn't do the podcast, couldn't do the video. But that's just what happens, right? Honestly, like natural bodybuilding is just one of those exercises of training mostly through adversity, right? So a lot of times you'll have these hiatuses where you can't train and then you come back and whatever. But the thing is that I've been on this rodeo for a long time. So I don't worry about if I have to take a week off training or if I have to eat like garbage for a few days or whatever, because I know everything comes back really quickly. And that's the benefit of taking care of your health, you know? But when your immune system is fighting something, it's good to use all those immune system resources to fighting that thing, especially if you're experiencing, you know, a lot of sleeplessness or a lot of symptoms where you can't sleep or rest or recover, right? So anyway, that's where I've been. I'm not trying to pull the chute on you guys and just disappear. What's happening is just fighting this cold. So today I trained, I did some bench presses with 225 and then I did some bent over rows with 225 and some Romanian deadlifts and a bit of arm curls. And this is the first workout I did with any sort of weight in this last week. Yesterday I did a light workout with, you know, baby weights, like 20% of what I'd usually use, just going through the motions. And that's usually how I return back to the gym after a period of time, is I just do baby weight type exercises, nothing to excite or to stimulate too much, but just enough for the muscles to find themselves again. To get the aches and pains out, to get the muscle knots from laying down too much or sitting around or not doing anything. And then from there, my strength just comes back naturally. It's not something I have to force. So that's kind of the beginner to advanced thing you start to learn. That's kind of the wisdom you start to learn, is that even if you've lost every single bit of your gains after being sick for a week or whatever, it doesn't matter if you train hard or train easy, the gains will come back pretty much at the same rate, you know. The only thing is that if you take it easy on yourself, what'll happen is that you won't injure yourself or tweak something in the process, or maybe go backwards and get the flu again. Because the thing is that when your immune system is being used to recover, you don't want to push it too much until you're totally out of the realm of the flu. But anyway, yeah, just do whatever works for you. But anyway, that's what works for me. That's what I'm doing. And I'm feeling quite a bit better now. I'm actually able to sleep at night without having coughing fits at 3 o'clock in the morning and whatever. So that's good. So that said, I just had a comment the other day, because I have been answering and looking at the comments, and it's amazing, you know, how many crazy comments I still get. It's after all these years I've been on YouTube, it's amazing that I get so much negative comments around a range of motion and around muscle stimulation and around this kind of stuff. It's staggering. I thought people were waking up more to the truth here, but it seems like there's still people that are living in the dark ages when it comes down to how to build muscle or what natural bodybuilding is about and that sort of thing. So one comment I had, which this one wasn't a stupid comment, but it was, let's just say, a little bit ignorant when it comes down to understanding the difference between a stiff-legged deadlift and a Romanian deadlift, right? So I was doing Romanian deadlifts in the last video, and a guy said, oh, you're doing the Romanian deadlifts all wrong. You have to stretch down farther, otherwise you're doing it wrong, and all this sort of thing. Now, the thing is with stiff-legged deadlifts is a lot of times guys will become obsessed with how far down the bar goes, right? They'll try to lower the bars close to the floor. But what you don't see a lot of times is these guys will round their lower back in order to do so, which offsets the stretch in the hamstring, funny enough, right? Because they're so focused on keeping their knees stiff and straight. So this can be a disaster. And I saw lots of guys tear their hamstrings doing this or tweak their back. Because what's happening is they're putting their lower back in the wrong positioning for protection when it comes down to doing any sort of weight, right? And at the same time, they're putting most of the stress, or at least a lot of it, onto the tendons behind their knees where the hamstring insertions are. So the fact is that the Romanian deadlift is that I'm arching the back, and when you arch the back, that automatically stretches the hamstrings more, even with less range of motion in a lot of cases, okay? So I'm stretching the hamstrings ideally, And then when I feel that stretch transfer to the back of the knees, then I come up. I don't want it to stay there. I don't want the stress or the majority of the stress to be in the back of the knees where the tendon insertions are, which is something I've talked about at length. Okay, I've talked about this at length. And what happens is, now I'm using the body efficiently, but I'm also stretching the hamstrings and keeping the lower back in one piece and having some great development, right? So my leg development on stage and my hamstring development specifically was second to none, and it was from this type of form on the Romanian deadlift and some leg curls from time to time, but it was not from stiff-legged deadlifts, right? And I also have to say that the way I squat also contributed to my hamstring development. So the fact is that you really want to pay attention to where these stresses are going. And it's not about how far up the bar goes or how low the bar goes, because that's not telling you what's really happening in the joints, right? I mean, the bar can travel all the way to the floor during a deadlift, and you can have the body contorted in all sorts of dysfunctional ways in order to accomplish that. But that doesn't mean you did the exercise properly, right? And this is kind of the ignorance that goes on, especially with the beginners and stuff. So sometimes I wish, and in a lot of ways I don't wish, but a lot of ways I wish I was young again, and at my peak of my prime, and just showing people with my multitude of trophies, and winning on stage all the time, so I could prove to these people that I'm not talking out of my ass. But yeah, I mean, I've already been there, done that. I've already won national titles. I've already, been the top pro, or one of the top pro natural bodybuilders around. If that's not enough to convince anybody, I don't think anything will be, to tell you the truth. But that's what I've learned, is the Romanian deadlift is not the same as a stiff-legged deadlift, but it can be just as effective. And if you come down too far, you're actually going against getting good results. You're not helping yourself. You're actually going to risk yourself for an injury and stuff. So one thing that I did today anyway, just to share some added benefit to watching this video all the way through, because I know not all of you do it, but some of you do. And for those of you that do, thank you very much, because it helps my watch time, and maybe my video will get shared with somebody else new that needs my help, so that helps me too. But one thing I did today that you might like is I did bent over rows, right? And I go to failure with bent over rows, or pretty close, right? And then I come up all the way, right, like a deadlift, and then I would change into Romanian deadlifts to finish off the set, because yeah, my lats can't pull for rowing anymore, but I could take them into a deeper level of failure through negatives, and at the same time working the traps and the rhomboids from doing the deadlift motion. And of course I'm getting some hamstrings in there as well from the Romanian deadlift. But I'm taking the back, or at least some of the upper back muscles, into a deeper level of failure by doing this. So it's like a pre-exhaustion for the back, and then because your arms are hanging limp, but at the same time the back is still involved in the Romanian deadlift movement, you're able to take it into a deeper level of failure, deeper level of burn. And you may notice that certain areas of your back get hit that don't necessarily get hit all the way with bent over rows, like maybe some of your mid back, because some of you guys are asking me how to build the mid back. Well, this could be one of the ways to do it, because if you're doing bent over rows, you're taking the lats and everything to failure, and then sometimes the mid back can keep going. And so if you deadlift through and you're stretching that mid back, stretching those traps and those rhomboids when you're deadlifting, when you're doing the Romanian deadlift, you'll take those muscles into a deeper level of failure, and you may get some great gains from that. So yeah, that's the secret tip. That's like the secret tip that you got from watching to the end of the video. So congratulations on that. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna upload some more videos. Don't get me wrong, I'm back, okay? I think I've kind of got through the maelstrom of this frickin' cold. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching. And those of you that want to tune into the podcast, it's on Patreon. I've got over 55 episodes or something like that on there now. So yeah, make sure you check that out. And thanks a lot for watching, and thanks to the Patreon supporters, and take care for now. Mountain.